Hi everybody, it's Shaheen, the financing machine here at Versa Business Systems. So what I want to talk to you guys about today, I'm actually doing a 3-video mini-series about all the amazing things that I learned at Grant Cardone's 10X Growth Conference that I'm currently implementing into my life and into my business. So I'm doing this mini-series because there's millions of people out there who couldn't afford or have the time to go to the conference this past weekend. I think it's really important for you guys to have all this information to implement into your lives and your business, just to produce more. 10x your life, 10x your business. That's kind of what the philosophy is about, right? You guys may be wondering, who is Grant Cardone? So Grant Cardone is a New York Times best-selling author, the #1 sales trainer in the world, and an internationally renowned speaker on leadership, real estate, investing, entrepreneurship, social media, and finance. His 5 privately held companies have annual revenues exceeding $100 million. Okay? According to Grant Cardone, the 10X rule is this: the amount of effort and thought that's needed to get anything done successfully while adjusting your thinking to dream big dreams. The secret to extraordinary success is to put in 10 times the effort than most people, right? So there's 3 things you're going to need to 10x your life: sales, marketing, execution. Okay? Now you may be thinking, well, I don't sell anything. I don't have any products that physically sell. Sales is a way of life, right? Sales is convincing your wife to make spaghetti for dinner rather than steak. Your sales is literally anything. Everything is sales. Every transaction, every interaction, you're selling somebody on why they should go out with you tonight. You know, you're selling somebody on why they should, wash your car. You're selling somebody on everything. Every interaction that we have with people, you're constantly selling people, right? So sales, marketing, execution. A lot of people have a negative thinking about sales. You got to change your thinking. It's not rejection, commission, being pushy, not for me, hard work, sleazy. No, what it is revenue, customers, advertising, expansion, OPM, which means other people's money, and just extreme amounts of success. If you can master the art of sales, you're going to have an amazing life. Point blank. I don't care who you are. If you know somebody that has a great life, that's because they're a great salesperson. They're great at sales. You may not think that they're a salesperson, but they are. You know, they're the person that can always convince people to do what they want them to do, right? That's a true salesman, right? So sales is easy. It's just about making contact. If you increase your contacts, you increase your sales, right? Maybe you're not in sales, but you're a single man. You're trying to get a date, right? The more girls you ask out, the better chance you have of getting a date, right? The more calls you make, the better chance you have of getting on the phone with a decision maker. Then the more decision makers you talk to, the better chance you have of closing a deal, right? It's all about contacts. Grant Cardone says sales is a contact sport. Whoever makes the most contacts wins the most sales. It's a fact. Take a look and see how many calls you made yesterday and how many sales you made. Then today, if you double that, you should double the amount of sales. It's a fact. Now you may be asking, well, who do I contact? Anybody, literally anybody. As long as they're financially able, they're the decision maker, they're interested in your product, and they're willing to purchase. If they're all of those things, whether it's your family, your friend, your neighbor, somebody you sold something to at the last company you worked for, whatever, you should be selling them if they meet all those things. They're financially able, they're the decision maker, they're interested in the product, and they're willing to purchase, right? So, on the first day of the 10X Growth Conference, one of the guest speakers was Jesse Itzler. Now, for those of you who don't know who Jesse Itzler is, he's an entrepreneur, author, and a former rapper. His rap career didn't take off so well, but he's one of the co-founders of Marquis Jet, one of the largest private jet card companies in the world. A partner in Zico Coconut Water and the founder of the 100 Mile Group, and now he's currently an owner of the Atlanta Hawks. This guy's a boss. And he talked about a lot of different things about balancing your life and work and how to figure out, what you should be doing with your life as far as work and, and creating extreme wealth. And he said, you need to ask yourself 3 things. What do you love to do? What are you good at? And is it good for the world? Okay? So for myself, I love everything there is to do about money, right? I love making it. I love spending it. I love selling it. I think it comes from watching DuckTales as a kid. Scrooge McDuck swimming in his money all the time. I don't know, maybe that's not true, but I remember loving that show and watching it and be like, wow, man, I want to be able to do that one day, right? So I started Versa Business Systems. For those of you that, you're just seeing my videos for the first time, we're a business consulting firm. But what we specialize in is business loans. We help businesses grow by getting them money to invest into their business, right? We partner with businesses every day, right? And that's what we do. And it's because I love to do it, right? I like to help people. I love money. It's great for the world, right? We deal with a lot of businesses that most other companies wouldn't even bat an eye at. But we're still able to get them money because of the connections and the resources that I have, right? So another thing that Jesse said, he also said, pressure is a privilege. Behind pressure comes privilege. And it's so true, right? So in sales, a lot of people don't like sales because, I don't like pressuring people and yada, yada, yada. Just think about how your wife pressures you to bring home the bacon. Your mom pressured you to do your homework. You're pressured into doing things all the time. So why not put that pressure on your customers to buy your product or service? If you're selling something that is going to benefit your customer, you should apply the pressure until they buy because it's the right thing to do, right? If your product or service is a benefit to the customer, sell it, right? Pressure them, call them over and over and over again until they buy, right? Another thing that Jesse talked about, he talked about how we limit ourselves all the time. Right? We limit ourselves. I can't do this. I can't do that. There's not enough time in the day. How many times do you guys say, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. It's complete bullshit. It really is. Right? If you say you don't have enough time for this, that, whatever it is, it's not true. Right? I thought I didn't have enough time. So what did I do? I hired an assistant. Now, I've got the amount of time that I do plus hers. Now I'm more productive, right? I'm still working the same amount, but I'm more productive because I have a lot of those other things that I could have been spending my time doing. Now I can spend it doing this, and I've increased my production. I have more time to do more things, right? Some people are just afraid of spending that money. Don't be. You will get a lot more done, okay? One thing that Jesse actually talked about in terms of limiting yourself is if somebody asks you to do 100 pull-ups, your first response will be, you're nuts. I can't do 100 pull-ups. You're crazy. Now, some people can, but most people can't do 100 pull-ups. But if you do as many as you can, then when your brain tells you that you're done, you put in a couple of more. Take a break. Do a few more. Take a break. Do a few more. You're eventually going to get to 100. Right? When your brain says you're done, you're only at about 40% capacity. Okay? Now, so just think about that. When you're in the gym and your brain's telling you you're done and you put that down, you're really only at a 40% capacity. You could have got, if you're doing 10, you could have got 6 more in, whatever the situation is, right? But don't limit yourself. You're capable of so much more. Our brain, for whatever reason, tells us to stop when we're at a 40% capacity. So, after everything that Jesse said, within everything I do in my life, I'm going to think of this one thing that he said. I didn't come this far to only come this far, right? I'm no longer going to put limitations on myself, right? I think I've come really far in terms of Versa Business Systems. But after Jesse told me that, I went and doubled the size of my company. I kid you not. I doubled the size of my company this week based off of that quote. I didn't come this far to only come this far. Stop putting limitations on yourself. Okay? The last thing Jesse said, he said, take 10% for you. Take 10% of every day for yourself, right? It's great to work hard. It's great to bust your ass. It's great to work on your business all the time. But you got to take time for yourself, right? Not your wife, not your kids, not your friends, not your business. Take 10% of the day for yourself. It's 24 hours in a day. That's 2.4 hours, right? 2.4 hours. Take it for yourself. Whether it's going to the gym, watching a movie, reading a book, whatever it is, just take care of you for 2.5 hours a day. Okay? You have the time. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. It's a fact. Whether it's your family, your employees, whatever. You got to take care of yourself. That's another thing I've been doing since I got back. I take an hour to go to the gym. While I'm at the gym, I'm listening to an audio book, or I'm doing some training or whatever while I'm on the treadmill or lifting weights or whatever. I'm taking time for myself, right? So to wrap it up, that was day 1 of the 10X Growth Conference. The point of these videos is to share with you what some of the most successful people of our time do in their lives that have made them so successful. Follow these people and do what they do, and you're guaranteed to be successful. To learn more from myself, Shaheen, the Financing Machine, about how to grow your business, click subscribe and check out our other videos on this channel. I'll catch you guys next week for day number 2. Have a great day, guys. And remember, do not limit yourself.